Productivity secrets. How to master the art of doing more in less time and have more time to do what you enjoy, what you love to do. So, first question that Sifu has for you is this. Imagine you had a bank account that deposit $86,400 each morning. Imagine you had a bank account like that. And the account carries over no balance from day to day, allows you to keep no cash balance, and every evening cancels whatever part of the amount you have failed to use during the day. My question to you is, what would you do? What would you do? How many of you would draw out every dollar each day? Put it in the chat. Would you draw out every dollar every day? Yes or no?
Spend it all, Marcus says.
You would spend it all, right? You would spend it all. Exactly. We all have such a bank account. Its name is what? Time. What's its name? Time. You do have that because every morning it credits you, every morning when you get up, 86,400 seconds every day. Every night it writes off as lost. Whatever time you fail to use wisely, it carries over no balance from day to day. Does that make sense? So you do have that account. It's the time bank. It is the time bank. So each day the account starts fresh. Each night it destroys an unused time. Now if you fail to use the day's deposits, right? The time that you have, those seconds that you have, it's your loss and you can't appeal to get it back. Now what would you do if you think of your time that way? What would you do differently? What would you do if you view that you actually deposit that's money
Jorge
in that
says,
time bank every day?
Minimize waste, get
Minimize
the most
waste.
out of it.
Invest.
Do more in the seconds or invest, Don't
Yes.
waste a single minute.
The first term that I want to teach you, write this down, is called return on time invested. ROTI, time invested. Just you know the term return on investment, ROI, we talk about that as an investor a lot, but return on time invested, meaning that every activity that you do, that any task that you choose to do, you have to ask yourself, what's my return? What's a return on time invested, right? Is there even a return doing this thing, right? Accomplishing this task? Or is it just because I am busy and busy and busy? Write it down. Busyness is also a form of laziness. Busyness is a form of laziness. Do you know a lot of people who are very, very busy, but they don't get any shit done?
Yeah.
Right? They're busy. They're always like, oh, I'm busy, man. I'm working on this. I'm getting back to people. I'm making this call. I'm doing all these meetings. But what's the result? At the end of the day, what's the result? What's that return on time invested?
Bobby said, don't be busy, be productive.
That's right. There's a big difference. Just because you are splashing, in the water doesn't mean you're swimming, right? Like you're making a lot of splash, but doesn't mean you're going anywhere, right? And sometimes, do you know why some people, they like to keep themselves busy to kind of almost fool themselves of being productive?
They're being productive, yeah.
Why is that? So they want to feel important instead of actually be important.
Yes.
So imagine this, two different scenarios. First person,
Yes.
you ask them, man, how's it going? How's business? Like, what's rocking?
Oh man, I'm so busy. I've got, last week I got all these new projects going and the deal's about to be closed and I'm just overwhelmed. Building a team, I'm bringing on a new member.
Got something going on all the time, right?
Yes.
Now that's one scenario. Let's take the opposite scenario.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, how's it going? And the person says like, oh man.
Yeah, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try again to frame it.
I got a lot of free time.
Man, I'm bored. No leads are coming in. I'm just sitting around waiting for the
You feel
customer.
like a fucking loser. Right? You feel like a loser. That's what happens, right? So a lot of times people use the busyness as a disguise.
Yep.
Or as almost a way to an escape, right? A way out instead of focusing on what's important. A lot of entrepreneurs are like that, by the way. You ask them all, what are you working on? They tell you a gazillion things they're working on.
Yep.
But when you drill it down, so out of all those things, what produces results? Now they're like, oh, well, I guess, I don't know.
Yeah.
Right? They're just working a lot of stuff instead of focusing on what's important. A lot of you have that problem too, right? How many of you are busy? Be honest. You're busy, but you don't feel like you're you're making the progress that you want, right? You're not being productive enough.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. At least you're honest. Okay. Esteban's honest. Chantel's honest. Right.
Right? Because it feels good. It feels good when you're like you get the adrenaline running, like oh you're busy, right? Versus calm, getting stuff done, precise, right? So what does productivity have to do with making money?
Yeah. What is it?
Because you might think, right? Well, like Sifu, what does that have to do with making money?
Yeah.
I just want to have more freedom. I want to have more success. I want to make more money. I want
Yes.
to grow my revenue. Like, what does this have to do with making money? Do you know what this has to do with making money? Do you know? Put in the chat. Do you know?
I'm gonna take a stab. You know, is it
Everything.
everything? You sure?
Everything.
Okay.
Every fucking thing. Everything. Because how you use your time ultimately determines how much money you make.
Right. Okay.
Period. How you use your time. It has to do with everything. So I want you to imagine Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Jack Ma, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos.
Yes.
Millionaires, billionaires, we have the same amount of time. Right? We all have 24 hours a day. You have the same 24 hours a day as them, as me. Right? We all have 52 weeks a year. We all have 365 days a year. We have the same amount of time. The difference between them and you is how they use their time, meaning their output,
Right.
what they're able to get done within that period of time. That's the only difference. That's when it comes to time, there is one advantage. Everybody's equal. It's a level playing field. It is not like, oh, he's Bill Gates, so he actually has 40 hours in a day.
Right.
Or he has 36 hours in a day. No, it's 24 hours, 24 hours. It's the same 24 hours.
Right.
It's the same. Right?
Yeah, people talk about, oh, that person's got, some personality benefits because they're outgoing person. I'm an introvert type of thing. Or
Time
that
doesn't
person
care.
got more money. I don't have money.
Time doesn't care. Time is equal.
That person had better education. I didn't have better education.
They speak more different languages or my English is not as good. Doesn't matter. It's all equal. 24 hours. We all have that. Makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
when you understand this concept, then what it means is this, that you will know how you use your time ultimately determines how much money you make and the long-term success that you have. One thing I want to emphasize is although I teach entrepreneurship.
Yes.
I teach business, I teach marketing, I teach to business owners, also a lot of professionals. But a lot of my students, they are actually working in a job.
Yes.
A lot of these principles, it applies to you. It doesn't matter if you run your own business or you're working for someone else.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, what my focus and the mission of our company is to help people to become a better version of yourself.
We have waiters that have increased the number of tips they get. We have, business managers that have promotions like this or get bonuses because they applied the closing principles or negotiation skills. All this stuff here. So there's lots. We've got stay-at-home moms. Who have been able to freelance their work and earn more commissions. They probably even bring in more money sometimes than their spouses or partners, so simply because they use the skills that you've taught them.
Yeah. And what I want to do is next month, whenever we teach a class, I want to see you on there. I want to see your success story. I want you to have those booms, right? Create your own booms. Be inspired. Don't be intimidated. Right? Don't be, Grace could do it and they can do it, but I don't know if I could do it. No, you could do it. If you want it bad enough, you could do it. How many of you want to be featured, want to be mentioned during class? How many of you committed to create the success, create the booms? It's not about bragging, it's you're doing it to remind yourself, right? But also to inspire others, other DoD family members, right? What they could do, what you have done. Right? Don't be selfish. Sometimes, you're selfish if you're like, oh, I don't want to be braggadocious and share my success. No, you're being selfish, right? You want to be selfless, which is share your success stories, inspire others. That's how you help others, right?